Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're just going to run through quickly Ride with GPS for beginners. Now for those of you that don't know, Ride with GPS is a route planning software for any sort of activity really, but mainly for cycling, and this is obviously what we use it for, or what I use it for. Now there are paid options, but there is also a free option, and so it is a very handy tool. So that is Ride with GPS. Now I'm just going to log in and we can get going. Now I've been using Ride with GPS for quite a few years, and I found it very easy to use, very easy to import the maps into my Garmin Edge GPS. So let's get started. This is just going to be a very brief introduction to it. There are lots of apps out there, but this is the one that I use and I've used it for many years. Okay, so let's get going quickly. As you log into Ride with GPS, you'll come to this little dashboard. It gives you things like calendar, the routes, the rides, the collections, analyze, lets you upload courses from another application or routes from another application, and the feed. Now I really only use the routes and the route planner, and sometimes obviously the upload if you get a route that you want to upload. Now to plan a route, all you do is click on the route planner. So here in the route planner, we've clicked on route planner, and it's taken us to this, and we've got a clear map with as you can see over here, something that says unnamed route. Now what we want to do is we want to decide where we're going to go. Okay, so on this occasion I'm going to start in a little town called Conagra, which is Gold Coast hinterland, and down here obviously gives you the history of your searches. So there's Conagra. It allows you to start your route here, where it will put a little start marker, or it just centers on Conagra and removes the start marker. So we're just going to go start our route here, and as you can see here, the little start marker. And now we're just going to zoom in a bit, and then we're going to head down to a small place called Fingal Heads, which is down near here, near Tweed Heads. Now we have a few tools over here on the right hand side. Now as we've seen the little search box for locations, but with a couple here, we've got add to route. This allows you to manually add points into your route, and Ride with GPS will work out the best track for you. Or also we can drop a point of interest. So say there's something there, and we've got petrol station, bar, if you fancy a beer, campsite, there's loads of different ones. We can then drop that onto the route. We can add a custom cue point, don't really use that, so we won't go into that, and a custom control point, don't really use that, so I won't go into that. Now further on down, this gives the different types of routing, or whatever you want to call it. Now I'm using cycling, but you can use driving, stroke walking. And then this box here is quite handy. It allows you to manually click and add points like so. This is very handy if you're going to be cycling somewhere on a beach or something like that where there isn't a marked road. We're going to flick back to cycling. Down here are route tools, reverse route, out and back, duplicate, split route, trace, selection tools. Okay, I don't really use those. The thing with the game is to keep it as simple as possible. Now also you will notice as you come to the bottom here, along the bottom here, you will see that as you map your route out, it gives you a profile. And it'll also tell you which roads are sealed and which roads are gravel. So these are solid, these are sealed roads. A gravel road is a is hashed. So it gives you the difference between the two. And then over here, obviously it gives you the percentages. So this is 100% paved, unpaved, and then whether RideWithGPS knows what type of surface it is. Now up here on the top right hand side is the different types of maps we can use. So I normally use map, which is the GPS, which is the Google Maps. Sometimes the RideWithGPS maps, but mostly the OSM cycle maps. OSM means open source maps, and this is the cycle version. Now that's the one that I normally use. Now let's get going and planning this route. Now we'll just get rid of what we've done. We'll start off again. We'll start off again. Now we'll go Canagra and we'll go start here. But like I say, we can, using this add route, click along the roads and stuff to choose the track that we want. Or otherwise what we can do is we can let RideWithGPS decide the best way to go. So on this occasion we're going to go from Canagra to Fingal, which is about there, and then we're just going to click on the map, and RideWithGPS basically gives us what it thinks is the best route possible. Now what we need to do now is we need to just log in. So we need to just zoom in to that route to make sure that it's something that we want to do and the roads that we want to go on. Now if we don't like a particular road, I just zoom out again because that's all country, but say we don't like a particular road, we can actually just click on that on the route at a set point and then drag it out, and then RideWithGPS will recalculate that route for us. Sometimes that can work in our favor and sometimes it can work against us. Now over here you'll see the distance marker. So if we go back to the original, it was actually shorter to do the RideWithGPS route. Okay, so we've got our route. Now say we want to use do a multi-day trip, and instead of clearing our map each time, what we can do is we can come up here and go add new, and then it allows us to put a new track on. Now, well, what's a good idea is on this first route, you can actually set a name to it. So you click on the three buttons and you go set name, and we'll go Fingal Day 1 and click OK. And then it puts a little label to that thing, and then to that route. So then if we go add new, it gives us another an empty map. But what it does do is here it gives us a little grey line. So this little grey line is our Fingal Day 1, and when you highlight on it, you can see the blue line, the blue line as a highlight. So it shows us where we're going the day before. So obviously for the second day we want to start off at Fingal, and then we want to come down to Kingscliff. Now we want to do Kingscliff, get to Kingscliff on the beach, and I'm just going to show you that option there. Now coming back here, we can come down the road here and we can see that there's a track. Now RideWithGPS, this is on the Open Street Maps map. RideWithGPS will work out a route to that track for us. However, as we come down the beach, it won't. It goes, oh, there's no road there, what can I do? Okay, so what we're going to do is just going to undo that, and then this is where the draw lines option comes in. So we can go draw lines, and then we can just map our route down the beach. And as we go, it gives us a distance marker. There we go. So Fingal to Kingscliff is about 6 k's, well 6.5 k's there. So as we come over here, we want to set a name to it, and we go Fingal to Kingscliff. Now we've got our 2-day trip. Now what we need to do is obviously we want to save these into RideWithGPS for later, just in case we want to do them again. But also what we want to do is export them to our GPS unit. So in my case, I have a Garmin Edge. So first of all, we're going to save it. All you do is click on the save button, and then it comes up with a save box, and you've got a title, description. Now you can either make this this route publicly available, or you can make it private, or you can make it friends only. Now I'm going to make it private, and then as we come down, don't really use that. And in the more options, you can add images and such like, and what the route's for. So cycling, mountain biking, whatever it might be, and then you go save. Okay, so we've saved that route. Now we want to send it to our device. Now all we do is click on send to device, and it gives us the option here of how we want to send it. So in my case, I have a Garmin Edge. Obviously there's a choice: iPhone, Android, Garmin Edge, Wahoo, or other device. Now I've got a Garmin Edge, so you click next, and it comes up with this box here. Now it won't send to Garmin, it won't send it directly to the Edge. It won't send it directly to the Edge, so you have to download it as a TCX file. So all you do is select download TCX, and select your folder that you want it to go in, and then you click download. And as you see at the bottom here, it's gone fingalday1.tcx, and then you go next, and then it gives you instructions here on basically how you connect it, how you send it to your Garmin Edge. Now I will cover this later in it's very easy. I'll cover it later in a different video, because there's an option I can show you how to get free maps for your Garmin, and then you click next, and it gives you the option to return to your route and finish. Now there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very simple and quick tutorial for beginners on how to use RideWithGPS. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and you'll get notified on the next video. Thanks for watching. See you again.